Welcome back to another video, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have the spider web defense. The spider web is a position in jiu-jitsu where you can attack someone's arm, and it's arguably the most dominant control in all of jiu-jitsu, right up there with back control, mount, side control. The spider web position is extremely dangerous because your arm is always vulnerable to attack. So in this video, I'm going to explain exactly how to defend this position safely so you don't have to panic under pressure. That's the real key here, is learning how to not panic under pressure and be confident in your grips and your defenses, even when it seems like all hope is lost. So in this video, you'll learn how to defend the armbar in a very effective, systematic way that I've used for countless years, millennia of my time training jiu-jitsu. So if you like the video, leave a like on the video and leave us a comment letting us know what you want to see next, and we'll provide it. We have every single jiu-jitsu technique that exists available for you. I can give these things to you. So let me know what you want to see. I will teach it to you. Believe it or not, I know a lot of jiu-jitsu. So enjoy the video. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll start from just like the basic spiderweb position and just talk a little bit about how to deal with this situation. Come here for me. I don't know where I'm going to put this mic. I'll do my best. Like this, maybe. Okay. So when we're in the armbar position, just kind of keep your leg off my face for now. So we're in an armbar position. Imagine he has his leg over my face. I just want to talk a little bit about how we're actually defending the armbar here and how we can escape this position, because it's almost like a control position, right? When he puts the leg over my head and he's crossing his ankles or has any sort of serious grip on me, this is worse than side control or worse than mount, because he has so much control over me and the submission's right there. Not just one submission, but he could potentially wrist lock me. He can even catch this arm and do like a straight arm lock or spin to the other side. There's all sorts of attacks that he can do. So we have to be very careful here. And it's not as simple as just putting your hands together and holding, because this can be broken pretty easily. He could just kick my elbow and kind of break the grip. He can even just push my fingers off. Like, they're gonna be getting in there trying to break this grip, right? So we need to be very thoughtful of how we do this. Normally, gable grip is not a good choice. The C grip here, or the S grip, I mean, is a little bit more effective because it kind of protects your fingers, right? Because you're kind of nesting your fingers in each other here, so you can't actually pull your fingers. This one is very common, like a rear naked choke defense, but this can be broken easily if my hand's on top. If my hand's underneath his leg, this is a lot harder for him to break the armbar grip and actually get it. So first things first is you must protect this arm. This is the one you have to worry about. We need to be securing this grip right away and looking for a rear naked choke defense or grabbing the collar to try and stop him from doing anything, okay? So once my arm is safe from the initial armbar threat, go ahead and grab my arm. Once my arm is just safe in the sense that it's not immediately being extended here, and we secure it either on my collar or with the rear naked choke grip, I would say let's just start with just collar control here. So I'm gonna grab my own collar. So now I can use my left hand, and I'm safe just for a second while he tries to break this grip. But the key here is I have to, at some point, let my left arm be free so I can deal with his legs over my head and over my chest. So once we secure a collar grip, we're just gonna do something nice and simple to start. My left hand, the free hand here, is just gonna go to the ankle and grab it and lift. When you start lifting like this, it takes away his ability to lift his hips. So even if he got the armbar here, it's gonna be harder for him to finish, and I may be able to wiggle out at the last second if that happens. However, I'm still gonna maintain this for now. I'm not gonna try and take that risk, of course, but by lifting the ankle, I can actually catch it with my legs like this. This is a surprisingly effective defense, because once you catch this leg, the armbar is very weak here. It's very difficult for him to lift his hips, and you can actually be tucking your elbow and pulling it to escape pretty easily. If he doesn't ever manage to break the grip on your gi, then you just have to try and clear this top leg like this and start to slide your head like up onto his thigh here. Now, we don't want to let him take our back. If I just kind of sit up, my back is going to get taken, and that's no good. So from this position here, I can bring my head through like this, and then the idea is to rotate in place. I'm not trying to sit up. I'm trying to turn in place like this. And I'll be able to do that because he's not able to squeeze his thighs together on my arm to stop my arm. If I try and do that too early here, and I try and turn, nothing's going to happen. Okay? So we secure the grip with a S grip or a rear naked choke defense until I can grab the collar. Once I grab the collar, I'm grabbing the ankle and lifting. Once it's lifted, I shoot my legs up and catch it here. Try and keep this grip tight. And then I'm just clearing this top leg and bringing my head through. at this point, I'm just gonna rotate in like this. And I'm gonna try and keep the lock here on his ankle so that as we both try and get on top, I'll be able to get up on top in a pretty dominant position right off the bat, okay? Does anyone have any questions on that so far? So let's try that one first just to get in the groove, and then I'll go over some of the more tricky ones, all right? On two, 1, 2. Just try harder, Jimmy.
Well, I am giving him resistance.
No, just keep giving him resistance. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Am I doing something wrong to?
No, I mean, if he gets like a Kimura grip like that, you're not at threat of the arm bar because the arm's not getting extended. So it's like he's sacrificing the threat for a little bit more control, but because you have his leg, he can't really turn it into much other than an attempted back take. So you just kind of got to get up, or sometimes you don't have to actually get up. You can just like lay there and just like put your shin inside his knee and start creating more space with your feet to kind of wiggle yourself out in the other direction rather than coming on top. You can also just like try and tuck your elbow down right to the mat and just stay there.
I mean, like shin, like just like that, like that.
Yeah, you could kind of extend him away like that. There's all sorts of stuff you can do. Once you separate his legs from like squeezing on your arm, once this leg gets separated, you're pretty free to kind of maneuver around. Yeah, that's just like, if you're trying to get up and he just holds that one grip, you might not be able to get up, but you don't have to get up. You can just like scurry away along the ground. Yeah. Very good. Nice. Yes.
Break that grip.
As the attacker?
Yeah, because I always feel very confident in that when I'm defending.
Ways. It's no grip is really safe from the arm bar. The problem is like, yeah, I can just show you real fast if you want to feel like what some of the things you can do are.
So I usually get it underneath the leg and then I'm like, oh, I can get out of this pretty easily.
Yeah, so like.
So I usually go here and here.
Yeah, so if you're here and here, there's a few things you can do. My favorite is just to slide my shin right up in here. If I get my leg like this, that one works pretty effectively.
Very effective.
Yep, if I'm here, sometimes what I'll do is I'll just open my leg up like this so you can't hold it anymore, and I'll start to peel here, and that can be pretty effective. Another one you can do is a forearm slicer like this, which can be pretty painful. If I'm here and here like this, that one can break it. You can grab your own collar and kick here as well, like that.
There's lots of ways, yeah.
There's a ton of ways, and it's just one of those things that like, as long as you just don't do this, if you're just trying to pull, yeah, it's not gonna work.
But as you come here and then stack and.
Yeah, if you can get up there, yeah. The problem is like, once you figure 4, I don't really have to control you. I can kind of open my legs up to keep you from coming up now, you know? If I stay tight like this, then sure, you could rock and come up, but I don't need to because you've locked yourself in place. So I'll put this leg a little lower like this because now I'm just working to untie this.
Interesting.
Another one I like to do here, the most effective one is just to go full on pressure here in your sternum. I can actually start grabbing your leg like this, pulling it across and catching here at the hip. And then from here, I don't have to go control over your head anymore. So this starts to break apart that top control. And then if I just slide up like this, start putting weight, you can break their grip just with pressure there. Yeah. We'll probably go over all of those like later on in the week.
And I just like stack and move out.
Yeah, that was, yeah, if you don't do anything, it's not gonna work, that's for sure.